Ganja smoking, we got rum in me cup. Bad girls wind up on the dance floor. All the girls wind up on the dance floor.
I didn't think we could fall in love. Broken from the start, chained to our past. We had closed hearts. We are breaking free. It's just you and me. We might fall apart, far on in.
Oh, good morning, chat. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. We are good. What is going on, dudes? Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Monday. Happy Monday indeed. Eyes, please. Hope you're all doing well. Don, 19 months, mate. Thank you so much, dude. Welcome. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you very
19
much.
glorious months. Glue hug button heart glue hug.
Glorious months. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it, dude. It's Monday. Not sure about happy. Hey, it's a new day. It's a new week. It's gonna be a good week. You gotta be positive, Weeble. You gotta be positive, man. But I hope you're all doing good. Thank you so much for being here. How hungover am I right now after dropping again? Oh, I'm fine now. No, there's nothing wrong with me now. I wasn't very well yesterday, I must admit. I ended up having like 2 nights in a row because I had Friday night, which I waited till midnight. As soon as it hit midnight. Anyway, decided to go out. Ended up getting back at 5 a.m. or 4:30 in the morning, sorry. And then yesterday, Saturday when I went out, ended up going to bed at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, it was two pretty heavy nights in a row. So yesterday, I wasn't actually that bad yesterday. I came home for Mother's Day with my mum and that, and it was very nice. And I just spent the day recovering. And I had an early-ish night, and I went to bed, and I slept for 10 hours because I had basically no sleep on Saturday, Sunday. So, yeah. Now we're alright. Now we're good. Wendy! 20 months, thank you so much.
Button Prime.
I went with an old photo, because I thought, why not? Everyone posts new photos. That's so normal. Like, just do something completely different. Coca-Cola coming in. 2 months of Prime, mate. Thank you so much. Welcome. Also, Don, 19 months with a tier 1. Thank you for the 19 months, mate. And Adam, tier 3'd out of his mind yesterday. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it a lot. The first point was not in the pub I would have liked, but it was a pint to pint. No, a pint to pint. Smoking King, 22 months, mate. Thank you so damn much. Welcome. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. It was good, though. It was good.
Is there anything left to say, really? But Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
Thank you for the 22 months, mate. Welcome back. Coming up on 2 years. It's a long ass time, bro. Thank you very much, mate. Welcome back. Yeah, first one pack was good. I had a Stella. Unfortunately, it was a Wetherspoon Stella, so it wasn't like pinnacle Stella, but it was a good pint nonetheless. And yeah, it was just nice to chill. And yesterday, actually, I ended up going to the pub again yesterday night, and I had a couple of pints just to kind of help with the hangover and also just to chill in the sun, and that was really nice as well. So, and now we're gonna have a quiet week where we go to the gym and be healthy, and then on the weekend we'll ruin it all again, and so on and so forth. Nowell, 69 months, mate. Welcome back. Thank you so much.
I've not planned for this. I don't have anything witty to say. I do have to say though, the Oscars, waking up to see what happened. That was fucking hilarious. Lena.
Get out of here, man. Yeah, that Oscar shit was a bit weird, wasn't it? Spike, 33 months. I appreciate it, mate. Welcome back.
Pogue slide, pogue slide, pogue slide.
Pogue slide. Thank you, man. Appreciate the resub for 33 months. Coming off about 3 years. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, thank you. Bear with me. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I woke up, I saw that Oscars. We'll talk about that when we get into the game, but I woke up and saw that this morning. I was a bit confused because, you know, I can understand if you had a serious problem with a comment like that straight away. But there's very clearly a clip showing that after the joke was told, he's laughing about it. So, I thought that if you're gonna have, you know, if you're gonna laugh at the joke and then do that, that's quite a ridiculous escalation. You know what I mean? You could have just given a little, or something like that, a little like shake of disapproval. But I think he laughed at it. Then another outside source, probably his wife, wasn't very happy about it. Then he's like, okay, and then did that, which again I thought was a bit too far. But I can understand if it upset your wife. Like I get that. If your wife's upset, you want to do something about that. You want to protect your wife. But you know, was that really necessary in that moment? Probably not. So. To be fair, I wasn't looking at her reaction. I was just looking at him. But, oh well. It is what it is. Yo, we're also on a hype train. Pog, 4 subs away from level 2 of the hype train. Apparently, the bit bar has also had an update where the actual bar itself now includes a texture. That'll be interesting to see if that works. So we'll see how that goes throughout the day. And yeah, that's all the updates. So hopefully that text looks pretty cool. I haven't seen it yet. We should find out. Yeah. So if you're gonna cheer bits to start with, cheer less than 100, because then it'll fill it right up and you'll be able to see it. No, it probably didn't deserve. Oh well, that's rip. Rip. I didn't even see it. Thank you for the 100 bits, mate. I appreciate it. Well, now it has to be less than 900 bits. Waves. Oh.
I normally keep my TTS upbeat, but just wanted to take a moment to say we lost another legend of music over the weekend. Sleep well, Taylor Hawkins.
Oh,
there goes
dude.
my hero. Button heart.
That was rough. That actually that hit me. That actually hit me. I'm not a drummer myself. I'm a guitarist, but I can appreciate music and I can appreciate somebody who's damn good at what he does. Wow. That upset me a lot. Pajor with a 1500
Good luck
biddies.
with the stream, mate. I love to see your stream all the time.
Oh,
Less than 3.
thank you for the kind words, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. And the 1500 bits. We're going to get you in the stadium. Thank you so much, my man. That is super kind of you. Biggest cheer of the week as well. The bit leaderboard is reset. The bronze, silver, and gold badges available to literally everyone. Pog. Hey, I like the texture. That really, it adds to the bar. Like, the bar needed something. It adds to that. Tigger, 1 year. Thank you so damn much. Welcome back. That's a long-ass time, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dude, I was a big fan of the Foo Fighters. Still am, obviously. A big fan of the Foo Fighters. Man, do you know what was really sad about that? Is like when I was out Friday night, I went to like our little like club thing in our like town or whatever. And I met a guy. He was a really nice guy. He was called Richard, and he looked exactly like Dave Grohl. And I sent a video message to Deathridge. I was like, Death, it's fucking Dave Grohl.
I'm absolutely grateful for the stream today, Button. I was 2 steps away from placing my hand on the Bible to be impaneled onto a jury. Well, I was knocked back. Thank fucking goodness. So, bring on the shenanigans.
Jury duty shit is
yeah,
rough.
Button bits button woo.
I kind of enjoyed what I did though, but I can see it being really, really boring in some cases. What I did was quite funny because I had a laugh and got on well with all the people that were there. M-Kill, thank you for the 200 bits. Appreciate the 200 biddies. Thank you so damn much. Filling up that bar a little bit more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We haven't even done the hellos yet because there's so much to talk about. We'll talk about Taylor Hawkins and stuff in just a second. It doesn't look naked and static anymore. No, it doesn't. It needed something. And I think I think you smashed it with it. And I like that you've actually made it move as well. I think the fact it moves is pretty good. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Tall Paul with 100 bits. Thank you so much, mate. My wife started decorating the living room in some kind of gothic horror theme. Skull designed curtains, devil face throw, etc. I'm worried there'll be Grim Reaper cushions. God. Jesus Christ, it's too early for this shit. Tall Paul, thank you for the 100 bits. It was terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Right, chat, so we can crack it with the game. Let's say hi to everyone. If you guys are out there, you're not lurking in the darkness, please say hello in the chat. I should say hello back, which won't point one to the stream. Laura, we'll get to that. Okay, we'll get to that. Allow it. Okay, allow it. We'll get to that. But I need to explain myself. Okay? Thank you for your 100 bits. I appreciate it. Well, good morning, Lauren. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you as always. Frosty, Brock, good to see you. Weaves, Grace. My chat's being really weird, by the way. Like, it's laggy as shit. Like, I can't scroll, so I'm just going to have to read what I can see. Grace, M. Curl, Wendy, Olivia, Vonna, Miss Windy, Ray, good to see you. Penguin, Tulpool, Myth, good to see you. Tigger, Jen, DJ Techno, Venom, Migny, Ayla, Don, Alex Frost, good morning, mate. Pixelated, Kanga, Lazarus, Kane, Cardozo, Forte, Georgie, good morning. Cat, good to see you. Kaganon, good to see you. Joel, good to see you. Kanga Crow, good morning to you. Anna, good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. Hey, Mrs. The Dark One, good to see you. Chat, if I did miss you and all you lurkers in the darkness, thank you so much for being here as well. Hope you're doing well. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. 3 minutes remain on the hype train as well. Pog, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's figure out what the hell we were doing last stream. And then we'll figure out... and then we'll have a little chat about all the crazy stuff that's gone on. Pajorti, thank you for the tier 1, mate. Welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Taking us 5 subs away from 700. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Although, I don't know what's going on with my hype train. Like, it still says there's 3 minutes left, but I'm convinced it's been going on longer than that. Call you PJ? Alright, man, I got you. Thank you very much, dude. Jen, 7 months. Thank you so damn much. Welcome. I appreciate the 7 months.
Can trees poop? Of course. How do you think we get number 2 pencils?
Oh, my God. Terrible. Thank you for the 7 months. Welcome back. MKill with 100 bits. I got no jokes, but it's Punday Monday. It is Punday Monday. I really like that texture on the bar, by the way. I'm so glad you added that. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I think it's Pog. Sir Alex, I approve, mate. I approve. Thank you. Right, let me go get some more food real quick, and then we're good. Yeah, dude. That was, like, fucking big. Take the Taylor Hawkins thing. Like, I'm a big fan of the Foo Fighters, and I was going to go see them later on this year. And, mate, I was genuinely so sad when I read that. And I was out at the time, like I was saying. Damn it, Johnny! Thank you for the... I will finish this story.
Hey, Button. The bit bar looks cool with the texture. Like ribs. Ribbed for our pleasure. The bigger the bar grows, the more ribbed, more pleasure. Button creep.
Thank you very much, mate, for the 200 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. The 69k channel points. Button creeps in the chat. Thank you so much, Lauren, for 69,000 channel points worth of hours watched. You're awesome, even though you're mean to me. Thank you. Thank you for the 200 bits as well, Johnny. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I was out at the time. I was in like a little bar or whatever. And there was a guy there called Richard, and he looked identical to Dave Grohl. And I sent a video to Deathridge. I was like, yo, man, check it out. It's Dave Grohl. To the point where I was calling him Dave for the rest of the night, because he just looked like Dave Grohl. Anyway. And then Death messaged me like 30 minutes later. He was like, bro, that's sick. Have you seen what's happened to Taylor Hawkins? I'm like, what? No. And it literally just came out like 20 minutes previously that he had died. I was like, man, that is sad. And yeah, that hit me. That hit me a lot because I'm a big fan of Taylor and the Foo Fighters. So that's a shame. That's a big fucking shame. But I had a suspicion some sort of drugs would have been involved in it. And yeah, I mean, it's a very, very big shame. What was the biggest donation you ever got? Biggest donation we ever had was 300,000 bits in a single message. Yeah, that was the biggest donation we ever had. That was mad. That was absolutely bonkers. This is a thunderstorm. This isn't just, I was gonna say, this isn't just rain. Pixelate's dad wants his name in the morning with IMAP. Well, what I read is that they found it was like 10 or 12 different substances in his urine. Obviously, they haven't officially said what the cause of death is yet, but Pixelated will get you in the stadium, mate. But I saw they found a bunch of different substances in his body. So yeah. It's a big shame. It's a big shame because I was a big fan of his. Very big fan of his. I was actually playing a few of his songs as well yesterday, and it was nice little throwback to some of the great music he made. Anyway, so here with this volcano, we built all this top up. We've got to do some texturing on this, which is fine. We started doing this because we've got to like come to like this edge part and start like going up and make it a bit more of a pivot. So we're going to be doing that today. So yeah, I guess we're just going to crack on because we're really not far away from finishing this. We are really not far away from finishing this. You're 6 years. Well, that's what I mean. But like 10 or 12, if you mix the wrong ones, you know, things can go wrong. So we'll just have to see what the final thing is for that. Well, Joe, I feel probably the saddest for. Like, yeah, it's going to suck for his family and everything like that. But I feel really, really bad for Dave Grohl having to go through losing his best mate in a band twice. First Kurt, and then starts a new band, and now Taylor. Like, Jesus. That's got to be fucking brutal for that guy. That's got to be brutal. Alright. Oh, you're all good picks, though. Thank you, man. I feel bad for that guy. I think where this is going to come to. Skater! 7 months! Thank you so much.
Button lurk.
Appreciate it, yo. Thank you so damn much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do honestly wonder if, like, I'll retire the band that is the Foo Fighters now. I was going to go see them later on this year. I wonder if they'll actually retire that band now. Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Yeah, I saw the videos of it, bro. Because they were meant to play this weekend, just gone at a festival as well. Well, I guess they didn't have a choice. Like, you know, all these people have come to this stadium for a concert, and then you realise your drummer's dead. Like, Jesus. They haven't really got a choice but to just tell everyone what's happened. True, Forte. True. But that still doesn't change the fact he's lost his best mate twice, you know? Skater, thank you so much for the 7 months, yo. Appreciate it. And yeah, I saw they put the Argentina concert on YouTube. or somebody did or something. I saw that. To be fair, I've watched a lot of their live concerts on YouTube anyway, because I just find them fucking awesome. So I have seen a lot of them, and I know, like, but they do put on a hell of a show. Right? Hey, PJ, take care, mate. Thank you so much for the kind words in your bit message. Thank you for the bits and the sub. You're a legend, mate. Thank you very much. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, very sad, man. Very sad, but what can you do? What can you do? We'll just have to see what happens in the future. You have night shifts that don't work because you need to sleep? Oh, no, I understand, man. I understand. I've had to try and stop doing late night stuff. It just messes with me the next day. So I know that feeling. Are you a drummer, cat? That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Crapper 2 is nearly finished, man. It is nearly finished. What are we building at the moment? At the moment, we're building Crapper 2, which is going to be a giant volcano. This should look sweet. A little bit low. Right. But yeah, this is going to be a volcano. It's going to house our super smelter, which will be sweet. Which will be sweet as fuck. And yeah, Lauren, I can now address the situation, okay? I can address it. We ended up playing 2 games. Game 1 I sent you. Yeah, a little bit of a warm-up game. Actually, hold on. I'll make sure Lauren's actually here before I explain this. I'll make sure she's actually here. Because bowling commenced. Oh, she is here. Okay. A little bit of a warm-up game. You know, get yourself into the groove. Which then turned into... then the second game turned into just pissing about. It like trying to do like spin shots and shit like that, and not actually just bowling properly. So I avoided the score on that because I was too embarrassed to say what it actually would have been. But if you have to understand, I was doing the entire game as a spin game. Not a normal game. No, it wasn't 1. It was quite a bit more than 1, but it wasn't anywhere near what is deemed... Well, we spoke in chat about this the other day. We deemed a good score in bowling is anything that's like 100 and above, right? That's a good score in bowling. In game 1, the warm-up game, scored a whopping 86. I'm quite proud of that. Take my 86. And then game 2 was significantly worse than that, but again, I was spinning it the entire game. Did you already decide about that second game when you saw how bad your score was? I mean, that was a factor, because it would have been difficult to explain via a text communication that it was just a piss about game. I didn't have the fucking bumpers on. No. I'm not having this. I'm not having this. There was no bumpers, okay? There were no bumpers. Now, this can be seen as a couple of things. This can be seen as I am just terrible at bowling, and that's, that's it. Or it could also be seen as I'm actually really good at bowling, But I didn't want to post a too high score, thus not to scare off any of my fellow bowling competitors in the future. I.e. Molly and, well, now Lauren, because Lauren started talking smack. So, there's that. I don't use bumpers in bowling. Who uses bumpers in bowling? That's no fun. It just proves to me that having faith in Molly's the correct choice. Yeah, but is it? Is it, Lauren? You need to think about this. Because you haven't seen a Molly score. Molly's talked a big game as well. She's been saying how, you know, she's going to kick my ass and everything like that. But you've yet to see a score from her. She might score like 40. While we're covering it all with concrete, so we're building a big old volcano. Which is going to have our super smolder. And we've nearly finished doing all the concrete, to be fair. We've very nearly finished all of it. My ground score of 86 did you get a strike? I think so. I think I had a couple, actually. Come on. I know, I have the picture on my phone still. I will tell you. Oh no, not in that first game. In that first game, I had 2 spares. My second game, the spin game, I got 2 strikes. Or a strike. Don't lol at Nightwolf. Why did someone shit all over the ground? Listen, man. You've had 2 days on the beer. You never know when it's going to hit you. You never know when it's going to hit you. Do you know what happened with that, Lauren? I went for full power. Absolutely just sent my thing down. My ball down. I sent it as hard as I could. And it just went... and just got the one on the right. And I was like, okay, it's fine. I'm going to spare this. Whoa, full power. One on the left. And the guy before me, if you look at the frame, did exactly the... Oh, no, I think I covered it up so you can tell which one was my score. But the guy before me did exactly the same thing the turn before. He did one on the left, one on the right. Speed and power. Speed and power is my strategy. I just need to work on accuracy. Once I get accuracy down, we'll be laughing. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, Weebs. Like, if you do a bad shot and you bowled it slowly, you're going to get a couple of pins. Right? But if you do a powerful shot and hit it slightly inaccurately, it makes such an explosion of pins that it knocks down more pins. And that's the key strategy. That is the key strategy. There has been a couple of occasions where I've absolutely sent it, kind of fluffed the shot up and it's only just hit the side. But I've still got a strike because I've caused such an explosion of pins that it's given me a strike. So power does work on some occasions. All I hear is excuses for being bad at bowling. Listen, I'm not making excuses. There's no excuses here. Only facts. And the facts are that you can have your own opinion on what you think of my bowling score. And it doesn't matter because Molly's going down either way. You know what I'm saying? Even Ronaldo has his bad days. Ronaldo does have his bad days. And that's what I'm saying. And he's still the best in the world. So, what can I say? Yeah, proudly pants at bowling. I mean, I'm not much better. Like, I'm not the best at bowling. But that doesn't mean I can't still try and talk a big game. Jesus Christ! Why are you building a poop? It's not a poop. It's a volcanic rock, clearly. Clearly. Oops. Okey-doke. It is very clear. No, it's not a volcanic pooping rock. No. When did I stop being adorable and cute like your Twitter picture? I was never adorable and cute. I've always been the mess that you see me in today. I've always been the mess you see me in today. Okey-doke. Nearly there. Alright. But thank you again, chat, for all the support as well. The bit leaderboard and the gifted sub leaderboard has reset as it's a new week. The bronze, silver, and gold badges are available to literally everybody, except at the minute with bits. PJ holding the number 1 at 1500. MKO at number 2 with 300 bits. And Weebs holding that number 3 spot with 200 biddies. Thank you very much, all you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then the gifted sub one hasn't reset yet. So the gifted sub one is still bronze, silver, and gold to anyone at all. Noel, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey, Stinger, how you doing,
Button
mate?
has recently encountered some difficulties with his bowels, of which it is a bit too easy to evacuate his bowels. Unfortunately, he struggles to properly express this himself, as such resorts to building one-to-one models of his bum sludge so as to properly convey the level of his discomfort.
Bum sludge is an awful word. What the... How the hell has this guy got here? I really want this dude to shoot this pigman. Might have been a being struck by lightning, true.
Bowels? bowels, bum sludge, bowels, bowels, bum sludge, bowels, bowels, bum sludge, bowels.
That's just fucking disgusting. Thank you very much for your 200 bits. Go on, shoot me, mate. Uh-oh. Shoot this dude. Oh, now you're in trouble, boy! Come here. Oh, baby. Oh! Wow, rip. That guy just got dicked on. I guess it still had the same HP as a pig. That guy just got fucked up. Rip, man. It's gonna take me a couple of days to get my sleep back to normal now. This is what happens when you get old, chat. When you get old, these kinds of things really, like, a couple of nights out really, like, takes it out of you. Yeah, we're probably good to start, like, coming up here, I think. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, all these are like blocks that I didn't fill in, so I couldn't be bothered, but I should really do it. Good, thanks. How have I been? I've been alright, thank you, Kristen. Can't complain. I actually have not been able to announce it to chat properly yet, although many of you already know. I officially did my 1 month of no drinking. No alcohol, no fast food, and the gym 5 to 6 times a week. And I absolutely smashed it. Smashed it. I'm quite proud of myself, because going from eating shit 4 or 5 times a week to getting smashed 5 times a week and not doing any exercise, to then go to exercise 5, 6 times a week, no fast food, no beer. That's quite a big lifestyle change, I think. So I'm quite proud of it. Gym workout routine depends what day it is, though. Depends what day it is and what I'm training that specific day. But fucking hell, sorry chap. When I get there, the first thing I do, I go on the treadmill and I run a mile. That's the first thing I do. It's like a bit of a warm-up, which I couldn't do at first. I was like dying if I thought to do that first, but we're getting there, and it's becoming easier and easier, to the point where I'm considering upping it to 1.5 miles, which is good, obviously. So we'll see how that goes. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad I could prove you wrong, man. But we're not going to be going back to the old ways by any means. But yes, I'll still go out and have drinks and enjoy myself. But we won't be getting smashed 4 or 5 times a week. No chance. We'll be behaving. Keeping it to maybe a Friday night or a Saturday night. Not in the week. Except for actually towards the end of April, because I've got a night planned on like a Wednesday or something. If that goes ahead. Go to drink on a night out? Just depends, mate, honestly. Depends what I'm feeling. If I'm feeling, you know, like just taking it easy, heck, I'll just smash VKs all night. Like, I'm not bothered. But never usually beer. Double vodka lemonades, pretty easy. That's quite a quick way to get smashed. So I quite like that as a route to go. Didn't see that, Joe Dog. I don't follow AFL at all, mate. Hey, Peter, how are you, mate? Which project should I do? Darkroom Farm short term or IG Iron Golem Farm Hardcore World Minor Progress? I mean, I would do a Darkroom Farm to get your enchants up. Went for a 5-mile horse ride yesterday. Now your legs don't want to work. Listen, I have no sympathy. It was self-inflicted. Whoops. What are you doing? I joined 30 seconds ago. We are building Krapatua. Yeah, that's when I go out. But then, like, before we get onto spirits and stuff, we obviously go and have a few pints somewhere. But I tried a little bit of a different tactic this time. Because I'm getting to that age now. Oh, actually, I'm already at that age. Hangovers are brutal. Like, sometimes 2 days. Like, they're rough. So, my solution to this problem, and it actually worked really well for Sunday morning, is rather than starting out having a couple... I did have a couple pints when I went for a meal, but rather than starting out by having more beers, instead, I went straight onto cocktails, which seemed to have worked quite well because I ended up having about five different cocktails before going on to spirits and stuff. And obviously because there's so much ice in those and they're like slightly watered down by all that ice, the hangover the next day was really not that bad because, like, unlike some of the ones I've had, like, it was all right. Like, my stomach just felt a bit loose, let's say. But other than that, I was just fine. I was absolutely A-okay. So that might be my new go-to. Saturday while working. I remember when I did a Glue-On stream. I did a stream with Dr. Glue-On because I told him I would. And I was hungover that day, and it was awful. It was the longest 3 hours of my life. I literally, as soon as me and Glue-On finished, I didn't even carry on stream. I ended stream and went back to bed. I was committed to Dr. Glue-On though that day. I was so committed. Mate, I'll be there. Don't you worry. And I was completely out of it. But I showed up. Sunday's hangover food. Do you know what? I ate nothing. When I woke up, I was pretty hungry. And I ate nothing until I got home. And like... I woke up like 11:30. And I ate nothing until I got home like 3 o'clock. Yeah, that was it. But usually I just try to smash water and sleep for as long as possible. And then once I've done that, order some like greasy shit like KFC or something like that. Some stodge. Eat as much of it as I can without being sick. And then go back to sleep and just sleep it off. And then when I wake up, usually I feel alright. My multi hours it started to my 30s. I used to drink like a proper Welsh bird. He's such a lightweight. That's not being a lightweight. I drank a lot on Saturday and I just was fine. That's not being a lightweight. Being a lightweight is getting pissed off like 2 drinks. I don't even know how many I had Saturday. It was a lot though. Well, I must admit, I wish I was a lightweight. That's a cheap night when you're a lightweight. Takes you 1 drink to feel drunk. Well, well, before I started drinking a lot like I do now. Before I started drinking that, I'd have like 2 beers and be... Well, I'd be feeling it. I'd be like, wow, here we go. But now it takes a good 5 or 6. What are we doing? We're building a giant volcano, mate. Ready for our super smelter. We're building a huge volcano. We've converted this whole biome. As you can see. We've built all this biome up out of brown terracotta. This is going to be like the summit of it. We're going to do a little bit of texturing on this. And inside of it is going to be our super smelter, which is going to be able to smelt stacks upon stacks upon stacks of items every second. It's going to be mega. It's going to be mega. Yeah, like, as I said, Lauren, if you get pissed off of 1 or 2 drinks, that's a cheap night for you. That's a cheap night for you. Oh yeah, ads just started running. Lauren's like, I got fucking smashed last night. Oh really? How much did you spend? Spent a whopping £4.50. Whew. Jeez. Spent £4.50. It was a big night for me. We're building a super smelter, Lumi. And you say I'm mean. I'm not being mean. What do you mean? I'm just spitting facts. It does, sweetie. It does. Which is why I resorted to Spoof. Which is a fantastic game if you learn how to play it properly. Because a lot of my nights are quite cheap now because I don't have to pay for drinks. If you win them through gambling, then, well, it's alright. And you don't owe them back, which is even better. I have no problem buying somebody a beer, but when I've got to buy somebody like 10 beers in a night, that's pretty rough. So I learned the game of Spoof. Learned how to play it properly. And there have been multiple times I've gone to the pub and paid for 1 pint the whole night and had 10. Because I just won it from gambling. It's been brilliant. It's been brilliant. The terracottas for the volcano, mate. It's to actually make it, like, volcanic. So, I mean, gamers react? Probably. We're in quite a lot of them. But I'm hitting that age now where I'd much rather... Like, going out's fun from time to time. But I'd much rather go to a pub. Sit there, have a couple drinks, maybe a meal. And then just come home when the pub shuts or whatever. Like, I'd much rather do that than go out. Another sign that I'm getting old. Did Chris Rock deserve it? I mean, we've kind of been through this. I think it's probably... I mean, I don't really know what he said in the past. Like, I'm assuming he said some stuff in the past that's been controversial. But I would say it was a bit of an unnecessary escalation. I can understand if as soon as the joke was said, he got up and was like, no, I'm not having this. Like, but the fact that he laughed and only did something when he realized his wife was upset about it, and then did that, in my opinion, a bit of an unnecessary escalation. Should have just looked at him and just shook his head or whatever. I thought it was... I mean, the joke itself was obviously... It was a pretty borderline joke, you know what I mean? It was an edgy joke. Did it warrant that, though? Probably not. Probably not. But when you love someone and you see them upset, you know, you can have some powerful emotions come over you. You know what I mean? I definitely wouldn't want my missus being upset. Do you know what I mean? But then you've also got to ground yourself and be like, look, I'm in a very professional environment right now. It's not the place to go up, you know, confront somebody like that, in my opinion. Save it for after, you know. Have a word with him privately or something. That being said, I'm also quite a firm believer in that violence solves nothing, so... Like, that should only be, like, a last resort, you know? An absolute last resort. So... Yeah. Pretty out of order to do on a... God, there's so many raiders on these hills to do in such a professional, environment, you know? Yeah, I agree, Lauren. Like, I'm like the most unviolent person you'll ever meet, though. Like, I don't mind watching boxing and stuff like that. And, you know, it's quite fun to watch that. I enjoy it. But in terms of just like getting violent with somebody in a disagreement, that's not my scene. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? So any kind of unnecessary confrontation and violence is not really my thing. Not really my thing. As I say, that should only ever be a last resort, in my opinion. Yeah, we're building a big old volcano, mate, at the moment. So no one think, not really. I know quite a few people that if you say the wrong thing, they'll immediately get violent, like... But, like, granted, it's very difficult to upset me. There's really not much that upsets me. I'm pretty easy going. Do you know what I mean? But if there is, I would just be like, look, mate, you know, it's a bit out of order. Can you, like, not? You know what I mean? Okie doke. Definitely not, Georgie, no. Definitely not. should speak to your boyfriend about that. Just speak to your boyfriend about that. He might be able to help. Can you tell like the time on this project we finished? Really not long left to do it, mate. Like, I don't know. It might even finish at this stream. Like, it's pretty much done. Oh, yeah. Like, it was a shitty joke to make. It was a shitty joke to make. Definitely. No, I 100% agree on that. Definitely a shitty joke to make. Boring too bit of me. I never said what I'll be up to in relationships. I never said anything about that. What? What? No need to speak to him about it. I mean, there definitely is. That's your boyfriend. You gotta be faithful, man. Lichter coming on in. 11 month of Roonies. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Almost 1 year, Lich. Thank you very much, mate. It's a long ass time. I'm coming way too far, like, up here. I think we need to go, like, way more over. Something like this will probably work. Fuck it. I'm wasting so much shit. I'm wasting so much terracotta right now. Can we stop? This is very strange. This is very strange how this is coming up. I feel like I've kind of... maybe I've not gone far enough. I don't know. That shit voice was unexpected. Shit voice? What do you mean shit voice? What? Say I have a shit voice? I mean, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you've complained about something that I can't really help. Listen, man, if you don't like something, I'm more than happy to try and help you fix it. But that is something I can't change. I would absolutely love to appease your... desires from a streamer. But you've literally named the one thing that I cannot change. You've named the one thing that I cannot change. Chat, stay hydrated. It's important. Stay hydrated. Okay. Alvin voice. Do you know what? My old mixer was a Yamaha, and I remember the numbers. I can't find it on this Behringer one that I've had for a while, but it has like a really deep, like, Satan voice, and then it has a like a really high pitched Alvin and the Chipmunks kind of voice. Are they having a fight? Wait, why are they pointing their... Oh, I thought they were pointing their crossbows at the llama. I thought they were shooting up that llama. That's quite funny. Why did I name my channel Button? Button is a nickname I've had for as long as I can remember. Like, everybody calls me it. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why everybody calls me it. They just do. So, I've always been Button, and I figured everybody calls me that anyway. I'll just be Button on Twitch too. Like, it's so bad that when I go out and about, I literally introduce myself to people as Button. Because just everybody calls me that. Like, as soon as anyone says Jack, I'm just like, the fuck? What are you saying? Like, no one calls me that. I made that mistake the other day when I was out and I met somebody. I was like, oh man, what's up, mate? You know, my name's Jack. Nice to meet you. And then everybody's calling me Button and he's just looking around like, what? I was like, ah, sorry, I probably should have introduced myself as Button. My bad. I have a phobia of buttons. Started when I was a toddler, and it actually has a name. It does have a name. One of my friends' mums has that, and his mum called him when I was out with him. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just with Button," and then she like started freaking out on the phone, and my friend just said to me, "He's like, look, my mum doesn't actually hate you, but she's not gonna like you because your name's Button. I hope you know that." I was like, "What? But my name's not Button." So he's like, "Yeah, but you know, I've already kind of explained that that's what everybody calls you. Like, she's not gonna, you know, be your biggest fan because of that." I'm like, "What? That's hardly my fucking fault." Like, he's like, "Yeah, sorry, she's got a phobia of buttons." I'm like, I'm not literally a button. Like, this is what I'm called. So his mum is lovely. Don't get me wrong, and she did have a conversation on the phone. She was like, "Look, I'm sure you're really, really nice, but I just don't like buttons." And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do about that. So yeah, I have heard that before, and there is a name for it. There is a name for it. But like, what am I supposed to do? Great, so what Lauren has basically just said is she hates me as well. She hates me too. Wow. Thanks, Lauren. British. I am British. Basically took the words right out of your mouth. Wow. Wow. You know, it's fine, Lauren. I'm not upset about it. I'm not sad. Okay. I'm not sad. I'm just very, very disappointed. Not sad, just very disappointed. But I do understand that you're not physically a button. No, I'm not. You're in school right now, you're breaking the rules. Listen, man, learn something in school, dude. Pay attention in school. You need to pay attention, bro. Learn something for me. The stream's not going anywhere. Focus up. Focus up. Man, whenever somebody says they're watching in school, I always have flashbacks to Little Sea's stream. I don't know how many of you guys know who Little Sea is. She's a very, very good friend of mine here on Twitch. And she does a lot of Just Dance streams. And a guy came in and was like, I'm watching it in class. And she was like, go back to school. Have you at least got headphones in? He's like, no, I haven't got headphones in. And she just starts like clapping and making like sex noises. She's like, good, I hope you get your phone confiscated. That A very good way of dealing with somebody that was on their phone in school. I don't know if he did get his phone confiscated, but I do kind of hope he did, because that would be quite funny. But she certainly dealt with him in quite a funny way. Georgia with the 100 bits. If you're a button, let me turn you on. I have no comment. Hi, Molly. How are you? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Well. Surely turning on would be like a switch. A button would be like getting pressed. You're thinking, how are we? We're all right. We're not too bad. We're back up to full speed after what's the word for it? A sensitive day yesterday. We're back up to full speed. The voice is a little bit sore still, but we're all right. We're all right. We carry on. We move. We'll go one more across and then we'll build it up. Molly, I confirm Button's talking out of his arse and he says he's good at bowling. Hey, I think I sent the screenshot to Molly as well. Listen, I'll take 86, alright? It could have been all an act to hide how good I actually am. Could have been. So is everything okay? Well, as you know, I was out on Saturday night. So Sunday, I didn't get back till 5:30 in the morning. That's when I went to bed. So naturally Sunday was a bit of a struggle. I was alright, like I didn't have a headache or anything. I just had a really like, my stomach was like, it was not good. So that's what I mean by sensitive. But I hope to sleep at night. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Telling you. Regardless of the 86, okay? I've yet to see any results from Molly's performances. And until then, I'll take my 86, okay? It's the highest score that's been put on the table. Hey, take care, bro. Have a good bit. Can't handle it, can we? I really can't. Not anymore. I drank a lot, to be fair. Like, I drank a lot. I wasn't really that pissed either when I got back to the hotel. I was relatively sober. I was alright. But, most of my stomach was rough. Usually, though, I'm hanging out my ass. Like, I am old now. Like, my body just cannot take hangovers. Syntax 21 month-a-roonies. Thank you, mate.
21 months. Do you have any idea? 21 months of dealing with all this toxicity. Lena.
Get out of here, man. Thank you for the 21 months, dude. Welcome back. 21 months of dealing with my shit. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Thank you. Lena. Alright. Oh, shit! Chat! I haven't really been paying attention, but from all the bits, we're about halfway to our bit goal of the stream. We are 2,500 bits away from the blue bit bar, which is our bit goal of the stream. Pog, thank you all for your support. We are well on the way. We are well on the way. Thank you, guys. Do I want you to subscribe? I mean, do you want to subscribe? Like, only if you want to. I don't want you to subscribe if you don't enjoy the stream and don't want to support it, you know? Obviously, I wouldn't want you to subscribe then. Lena. I guess we can keep bringing this side up as well. I'll subscribe if you play rugby or watch rugby. I definitely don't. I don't find rugby interesting at all. That being said, I have a personal beef with rugby, which is why I don't watch it. So, I'm sorry, man. I don't get on well with rugby because I have a personal beef with it. What am I building? We're building a super smelter that's going to be able to smelt hundreds of items a second. What's the beef? My beef with rugby. My beef with rugby is very simple. Goes back to when I was in school and we had a... and at the time, I was a competitive swimmer still, right? And I was actually pretty damn good at that. So I was quite... For my age, I was pretty damn strong. So rugby, I tended to excel in because I was stronger than everybody else. But it was on one of those like sports days, you know, when everybody like in the UK we have something called forms. Obviously you know that, Lauren, but anybody else who doesn't know, we have something called forms, which is where like a year group of 300 kids or whatever is split into groups of like 30, and that is your form, right? So we had something called interform, which is where like every form would play each other in like a tournament of sporting events. And generally, we did pretty good when it came to rugby because, well, I was pretty damn strong. And could run through pretty much anyone in the year group. So that's what I attempted to do. I'd done that many times throughout the day so far. And in this one game, I got the ball, I'm running forward. There's these two guys coming in like this in front of me. I thought, oh, fuck this. And I think, you know, same as always, turn to the side, just fucking jump straight through them. Like, doesn't matter. So I did that. I jumped, turned. As I turned, one of them, I don't know if he was aiming for it or not, grabbed my bollocks when I'm in midair. And I stopped in midair by my balls. He basically stopped me midair by my balls. And I just fell to the floor in absolute agony. And I, from that day forward, vouched to never ever play rugby again. I've never been in so much pain. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So, ever since then, rugby ain't for me. Rugby's not for me. And I haven't played a single game since. I refuse. So I have a personal beef with rugby. Yeah, no, it fucking hurt, mate. Like, I'm flying through the air, someone grabs my balls, and I stop flying and just fall to the floor. Yeah, that was a bad day. So I now have a beef with rugby. But that hurt. Personal vendetta against rugby seems valid. I mean, I think so. No, he didn't get into trouble. I mean, obviously he claimed it was an accident. Well, whether it was or not, I don't know. Because there was a couple of times when people would get frustrated at me because I just ran through them like they were nothing. So there was a couple of times when people got a bit frustrated with me. So, I don't know, maybe he was taking frustration out and was like, you know what, fuck you, have some of that. But it is what it is, unfortunately. So yeah, rugby and me, we don't get on. I'll stick to watching football, even though most of those players are a bunch of pansies. I'll stick to that. It does put a whole new meaning to grabbing life by the balls. You're right. Hey, Shady, how are you, mate? I didn't see the Italy game, but I saw they got knocked out. I did tweet a meme that I saw on Twitter about that. Some people are just geniuses that come up with that kind of stuff. Sonic, thank you for the 200 bits.
Button wow, button hype, button the bit bar is back. That's awesome.
It is, man. The bit bar is back. Isn't it exciting? I'm so happy we got it back. I'm so happy we got it back. The bit bar was such a big part of the stream as well. It was such a big part of the stream. And it's been gone for so long and it's back. And thank you, mate. Taking us about 2,300 bits from our bit goal of the stream. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was the Saka and Chiellini one, or whatever it is. However you say his name. Chiellini? I think it's Chiellini. It was that meme where he pulls it back. It's like Italy's hopes of going to the World Cup. Some people are smart, man. Some people are very, very smart. I must admit, I was both happy to see they got knocked out, but I was also kind of sad. It made me even more sad about the Euros. Is it true some men can crack their balls like you crack a bone? No. Definitely not. In fact, that made my balls actually hurt thinking about it. No. Absolutely not. Skater with a 500 biddies. Yeah, there's no cracking of balls. No, absolutely not. Oh, God, that makes me feel horrible. Skater, thank you for the 500 bits. Taking us about 1,800 bits away from our bit goal of the stream. Thank you. We are well on the way. Oh, that's actually maybe a really fucking weird. Oh, God, that's actually really fucked me up. I don't want to think about that. La 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 la. Okay, we're good. I distracted myself. Told by your guy, mate. Your guy, mate's pulling your leg. Actually, I'll tell you what. Go up to your guy, mate, and twist his balls, and then ask him if they cracked. Do that. Ask him how it felt. And if my man can do that, he's got some weird testicles on him, man. How long have I been working on the smelter? A little while. We've nearly finished it, though. Like, we're nearly there with it. Saw a TikTok on it. I saw one that was, like, one for the guys, which I don't know. I actually do wonder if women would understand it. Shush. I hate that they automatically play. It does make me wonder if people would actually understand it. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah! Here it is. Here it is. This is, let's confuse the girls. This is, the good old pinch and roll, man. The good old pinch and roll. I thought it was quite funny. I thought it was quite funny. There was one as well. This one kind of blew my mind. I don't know how many of you have seen, have played Lego Star Wars before, but check this out. Hang on, let me check this out.
Yo, tell me this doesn't sound like when you're building some shit in Lego Star Wars, bro. Yo.
How sick's that? That's like exactly the same sound. That one blew my mind. That was kind of cool. That's like 100% how they came up with that sound. It's 100% how they came up with that sound. I don't know how else you can make a sound that was just as close as that. Take care, Big World. Have a good one, mate. It's like identical. I thought that was really cool. You don't get it? Or the eggs one? I mean, I don't know if I should expose us guys' little secret there. I feel like I should keep that quiet. I feel like I should keep our little secret quiet. I think it's just a case of if you're a guy, if you know, you know. I think it's just one of those. And if you don't, then you don't. I cannot confirm nor deny, Sprasiba. I cannot confirm nor deny. If you understand it, you understand it. And if you do understand it, you know it's very true. Don't worry if you're confused by it, okay? It's perfect. The point of it is for you to be confused. You can ask DJ. I mean, see what he says, but whether he'll keep the guy code secret, I don't know. Whether or not he'll keep the guy code secret, I don't know. I was gonna like fill that in and like go down there for that, but I don't think there's any point. I don't think there's any point. It is mother shit. No worries, man. We'll see you later. Man, Lego Star Wars, though. What a game. I played the absolute shit out of that game. Actually, that's one of a few games I 100%ed. Is Lego Star Wars. I used to love that game. Like killing guys and then getting like the little Lego pieces. And sometimes you get like a blue. They're all like gold, but then sometimes you get a blue one. It's like... I used to like flying around as, not Boba Fett, the other guy. Was it Jango Fett? I think it was. It was the blue one. Because Boba Fett could only fly for like 10-20 seconds, whereas Jango Fett could just continuously fly. And I love that. And like the little sandmen hoverboat things. Well, being a sandman in general was quite fun. Could never 100% them. They were good. They were good. The thing I like about this old Lego games is all the cheat codes are findable and purchasable in game legitimately, and you could do the most ridiculous fun shit. And that's what I mean. Like, it wasn't actually like a hack or anything. Like, it was a legitimate cheat code. Exactly. I had Lego Indiana Jones, but I didn't play a huge amount of that. I played a little bit, but I just always preferred Lego Star Wars. I actually have a bunch of the Lego Batman games that I've never played. Take care, MQ. Have a good one. What are we building? We're building Krakatoa. It's going to be a giant super smelter inside of a volcano. Ace gifted you a sub the other day. Pog, man. It's a big pog. My guy, Ace. Not done Lego Jurassic Park. Or Marvel. Man, Lego must make so much money. Will snow not settle on this? It will gradually, but if we spread out lava pools and stuff like that enough, it will get rid of most of the snow. Which is obviously what we want to try to do. Obviously, that's what we're aiming for. Hey. All right. Hey, Jen, how are you? Yeah, it's not snow, it's ash. Yeah, think of it like that. It's white ash. Pure white ash. It's a very common type of ash. Hey, if you want to take a chocolate mountain from this, I'm A-okay with that. The problem comes when chat try to label this as something other than like a chocolate mountain, you know? Because it is, as you can very clearly see, a chocolate mountain. Hey, Delilah, how are you? A little more natural if there is snow. True. There is generally snow on volcanoes. That's very true. How am I doing? I'm doing okay, Jax. I'm doing okay. We're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Just doing our thing over here as always. Still working on a nice little working on a little bit of a life balance. Oh fuck, what have I clicked over here? Oh shit. I need to restart my PC because this shit's just ridiculous. I can't even close it. Fuck. I accidentally clicked on the viewer list thing on my chat and I can't get rid of it. Go away. Bollocks! There we go. There we go. Please use a totem. Don't ever say that in this channel again, man. I will ban you if you say that again. Is that like John Bams on his alt account or something? It's John Bams on his alt account. Confirmed. Confirmed. Alright. I'll turn the mountain brown because it's going to be a volcano, man, with a super smelter inside. When it's all finished. And it'll look sweet. It'll look cool as fuck. Hopefully. Wow. With a bit of luck. No Wolf! Give it Davey Hogan a sub. That is the old. Thank you very much, mate. First gifted sub of the week. Pog. Marcus, 20 months, mate. Thank you very much, dude.
Button Pog.
Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome back. Taking us 13 subs away from 700 subs. Yeah, the sub count has plummeted recently. Rip. 13 away from 700, chat. Time for a subathon? Well, I want to do a capless one in May for our 8-year stream anniversary. I would like to do that. I would like to do that. I've got to have a chat with Slow and Creep Host and that, because I think we're going to do a sponsored thing with it, and I'll go and do it at their offices and stuff. But I gotta have a chat with them, which will all happen at Insomnia, so. Computer problems today? Well, I haven't restarted my computer in fucking... It's probably something to do with that. When was the last time I restarted my PC? The computer's been on for 8 days straight, so that probably has something to do with it. That probably has something to do with it. So a little restart probably wouldn't hurt. You need Brooke. Justice for Brooke. Wait, why do you need Brooke? No, I'm enjoying Brooke not being mean to me. Let me enjoy this. Like that. Well, usually my computer's idling, so it's not really using any power, to be honest. The reason I have it, and to be fair, I'll be turning it off a lot more soon now the weather gets warmer. But the reason why it's on so much is mainly during the winter, because I don't actually have any heating in the studio. So some winter mornings, if I forget to turn the computer back on or something, that night, I'll come into the studio in the morning, and it'll be like -2 in here. Like, that's fucking cold. Let me tell you that much. That shit is cold. So I just leave one computer on in here idling away, and it just kind of keeps the room warmish. Obviously, as the summer comes around, that won't be a thing, and I'll turn everything off. But I use it as a heater as well. Hit the review. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. I've had that one before. I have got a heater in here, so my only other form of heating in here is my air conditioning unit, and that shit will use a lot more power than my computer. But the thing is, I don't really need heating in the studio because I got 2 computers in here, 5 screens, all my audio equipment, the light, like all that shit combined in a small room pumps out a lot of heat. So it doesn't take long for the studio to get like a sauna. If it's not managed, you know what I mean? Like when the computer's on, it's generating heat anyway, and I'm using it. So it's not really, you know... It's not really costing me anything extra. I sometimes have it on as well if I'm doing remote work on it. And I'll just, when I go back to the office or whatever, I'll remote in. So, like, I'm still using it. I just might as well just have it there, you know what I mean? Turn the air conditioner backwards and it'll be heating. Yeah, but do you know how much power that uses? A lot more than what my computer does when it's idle. Exactly. I'm making use of the waste heat. Exactly. So technically, even though my computer running at like 50% is only... I'm trying to think what platinum is. I think platinum's 92. It's 92 or 90. No, it might be 94. No, it's 92. I think titanium's 94. Even though it's only 94% efficient with its electric, when you take into account the heating, it's actually incredibly efficient. Smart! I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. If anyone can tell where that's from, you win yourself a high five. So we're going to have to do texturing on the top here. Then we'll do it right here as well. Hit and run. High five. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. Simpsons hit and run, man. Oh, we got a new member. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribers of the channel, please join together and do your duty and raise your button inches into the channel and welcome the newest member. Tug! Come right on in. Don't be shy. Whip it out. Mushroom stamp the table. Make your way through to the community room. It is a pleasure to have you with us, man. It is a reference to the Simpsons Hit and Run. It is. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. Hey, thank you so much, Talk. It's a lot of time watching the stream, brother. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. What was I reading then? Wow, Button has gotten old since the last time I was here. I really have, mate. I don't know when you were last here, but I am old. Bullet for 4 months. Thank you so much, my man. Coming up on that half a year.
Good morning, hope you're doing well.
I'm doing good, Bullet. Thank you so much for the 4 months. Chat, I have some news to share. You've all just witnessed it. I've been streaming nearly 8 years. And over those 8 years, this has only happened 7 times. And you have all just witnessed it for the 7th time without realizing it. Right there. The channel just passed 7 million views, man. That's pretty pog. That's pretty damn pog. Thank you all for continuing to come and watch the stream and support the stream. You fucking rock. Thank you. 7 million. A lot of people. It's a lot of people. I mean, since the channel began, 7 million times somebody has seen on the page, whether it be recommended, whether it be following, whether it be in the Minecraft directory, button, and they've clicked on it 7 million times. That's fucking cool. That is cool as shit. Thank you very much. All of you for your continued support. No, it's not unique. It's total. The total amount of times people have clicked on the channel. It's a lot of fucking times. It's a lot of times. No, 7 million followers will never happen. That will never happen. Okie doke. Yeah, the terracotta's all coming from Mesa biomes. Yeah. Okay.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Whoa! Jax! Dropping a nuke! Boys! Thank you very much, Jack.
This calls for a small cheer donation. $7 for each 1 million viewer.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jax, for the $7. Really, really kind of you. Well, I don't want my clicks back. I didn't agree to you using my clicks this way. It's only 6,999,999 now. Well, Diggy, you've claimed to me many times.
My new thesaurus is terrible. Not only that, but it's also terrible.
Oh my god, sweetie. That was fucking terrible. That was awful. Thank you very much. I appreciate the 200 biddies. Thank you very much. Milo with the $7.
77777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777777.
Enough. Thank you very much for the bits. Taking us 1,500 bits from our bit goal of the stream. Pog, thank you very much. And Jax, thank you for the $7 as well. Much appreciated. Anyway, Diggy, back to your comment. You say you want your clicks back, so it's only 6.99999 million now, right? But
777 quadrillion 700.
But there's been 7,013 views on the channel. Now you claim you don't watch this stream, but this means, the geek, that you have watched this stream.
Why don't you go get yourself something nice, okay?
14 times.
You.
How about that?
Is it $7?
I said something nice, not expensive. You want to be a greedy fucking cow, huh? No.
Anonymous, thank you for the 700 bits. Appreciate it. Ah, we're so close. Did I say 1,500? Because that's 900. Oh, no, that's about right. So we had another like 200 or 300 bits hit our bit goal of the stream. Pog. Nirewolf, thank you for the 200 bits. Anonymous, thank you for the 700 bits. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Damn. If we hit our bit goal this stream, we've hit our bit goal officially 3 days. The bit bar's only been there 3 days, and we've hit it every single day. That's pog as shit. If we hit it today. We need another 200-300 bits to hit it. Yeah, to geek, that is an admission to you watching the stream. $14 times. So I'll take that, actually. After your many, many years of claiming you've never ever watched the stream. I'll take it. Lauren, thank you for the bit. I hope it helps. It really does. In fact, Lauren, I'll explain how much it helps. If every single person here cheered 1 bit right now, the bar would turn blue. So it absolutely helps. In more of a way than you could imagine. Must have been, yeah, he was trying to click on another channel and he accidentally clicked a button on his following page. Technically, he doesn't help his cause, though, because he's also a sub, which means that he won't get adverts, which means the stream will have loaded immediately, which means he's watched the stream technically 14 times. So, even that story's not going to hold up, I'm afraid, to geek. See, yeah, no, you can't claim the misclicks. I'm sorry. Georgie, thank you for the 10 biddies. Doggo, thank you for the 5 biddies. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. I only clicked to find the unsub button. Yeah, but the stream would have still loaded, which means you've still watched it. I'm sorry to break this to you. I know this has probably ruined your week. Probably longer than that, actually. What's that? What's that saying, Diggy? What's that saying? That would be a you problem. That's the one. That's the one, Diggy. That'll be a you problem, I'm afraid. Diggy loves that saying. He loves it. It's a you problem. And that, Diggy, is a you problem. He's like, yeah, Bon, well, I just unsub. Joke's on you, bro. That is a you problem. Hey, Rover, how you doing, mate? Skater, thank you for the 200 bits. There it is. Big goal of the stream. Pog. Thank you very much, Skater, for the 200 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you. An Anonymous giving Rover it 6 months of sub. Wow. Pog. Enjoy your 6 months of sub, Rover. That's fucking sweet. Also triggering a hype trade. Big Pog. Wait, how is the hype train? Wait, that 6 month gifted counts for 6 subs on a hype trade. Huh. So not only does it count as 6 subs on the leaderboard for the week, it also counts as 6 subs on the hype trade. That's actually sick. Well, there you go. The more you know. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it a lot. We've hit our bit goal of the stream. 3 streams out of 3. That's fucking Pog. I thought it was a villager up there. That was what the hell? Yeah, that's a big Pog. Thank you, guys. An Anonymous, thank you for giving 6 months of sub, man. That's huge. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Wherever you may be. And I have no idea who you are, and I never will know who you are, which frustrates me because I want to give you a proper thank you, but I can't. But thank you. Okay, bye, Georgie. Have fun. Bye. 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 Now. Bye. Bye. Shit. I thought I was gonna have enough brown terracotta to finish this. I don't think we are. We're gonna have to do one more little trip. Well, it could be anyone. That's what I mean. Could be Jeff. Could be Jeff. Yeah, thank you. We are 2 subs away from level 2 on the train, or 750 bits. Pog. Yeah, on the way to that level 2. As Dr. Glow would say, this train is going all the way.
Wow.
Oh! Holy shit! Alexa! Thank you very much, mate. Continuing your sub and gifting 5. Followed by Mr. K Panda for 28 months. And then followed by
As many
Spike.
months as years I have lived, button Pog.
Thank you so damn much. Holy shit.
Wow.
Really do appreciate it, guys. Dear Lord. There's a lot of love right there. Thank you very much. Smash it, level 1 out the park. And, Zerexa, we're going to get you in the stadium as well, mate. You're going to get a nice green sign in the stadium for your support. Thank you very much. Let me make sure I spell this right. There you go. I got you, man. Hitting the big goal 3 streams in a row, man. That's pretty fucking Pog. That is Pog. Chat's killing it. Enjoy, Epic Fingerprint. Enjoy. Spike, thank you for gifting a sub. Zarexa, I can't even speak. Thank you so much for getting 5 subs. It's so kind of you, dude. Thank you. It means a hell of a lot. Mr. K Panda, thank you for the 28-month Roonies. Appreciate that a lot, my dude. Thank you very much. And after all that craziness, we're 5 subs away from 700 subs of the channel. Thank you, guys. We're rebuilding. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, balls. It's fine. It's fine. How are you, Halsey? Good to see you, mate. You just came in and immediately got a sub. That's kind of pog, dude. That's a huge pog, actually. Skater! Gifted 5 subs as well! Holy shit! Thank you very much, guys. Dear Lord. Also gifted 5 subs, taking us to 700. Thank you, Skater. Once again, we're going to get you a nice, beautiful green sign in the stadium. Thank you very much for your support. 71% on level 2. Big pog. Yeah, that conversation's been and gone, Robert. Like, so much has happened, though. Like, there was a lot of news at the start of the stream. A lot of news. It was a big news morning. Well, obviously I wasn't live Saturday or Sunday. So it was a very big news couple days. With, like, Taylor Hawkins dying and then fucking the Oscars shit and all this other stuff. There was a lot going down. There's a lot going down. How'd my adventure go? What, going out again? It was good, man. I very much enjoyed myself. But we won't be slipping back to our old ways. We won't be slipping back to our old ways. We will, we won't be doing that. We will enjoy a beverage on Fridays, Saturdays. Maybe even a couple throughout the week if I decide to go and play some pool with some friends. But there will never be more than 2 within the week. Gym will be being maintained. I will still be limiting my fast food intake. So we should still keep seeing gains with a Z. Those should continue. Hopefully. Indefinitely. Because I don't really want to be a big old fatty anymore. I don't want to bet how long this will last. Feel free. Bet all you like. A lot of people bet that I wouldn't do a month without beers or fast food and doing exercise 6 times a week, and I've smashed it. So bet all you like, mate. Feel free. No, I saw a lot of people saying they thought the Oscars thing was scripted. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Why would they? That's such a stupid thing to script. No, no, definitely not. Why would Will Smith put his career on the line for a scripted joke? He just wouldn't. I don't believe it was scripted. I think he found the joke slightly amusing. His wife didn't see the funny side of it. And then he, after seeing how his wife was upset, acted the way he did. Which I think was extreme given the situation and environment. And yeah. Don't think it was scripted. Oh shit. Well, bad news is we've run out of terracotta. The good news is there's really, how's this ledge looking over here? Like there's really not much to do. Like that's it. It's all coming up to like the summit now. Like I think one more trip and we'll be good. Obviously, we've got to do a little bit of texturing on this. We've got to add some lava lakes and dead trees and stuff around, which is fine. But this is... like, this is nearly done, man. Pug? No, I don't think it was scripted. Yeah, that's what we did last time, combat, and it came out real good. If I don't make this, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh yeah, we're good. We'll only take a stack actually. We'll make a few more fireworks. Yeah. It was. I mean, the whole chat is scripted. I write the script for chat every single day. Obviously, what you don't realize, chat, and this is probably going to shock and upset a lot of people, but it's fine. You're actually the only person in the chat right now. You specifically are the only person in the chat. The rest is all written out and scripted. How about that? And you're actually in a chat room talking to yourself. Didn't think about that, did you? Didn't think about that. Chat is pre-recorded. Boom. I'm alone. Just a lone, lonely loner. The plot twist. I'm the special one? Me? Every chatter is talking from a different point in time, so you really are talking to yourself. Yeah, well, yeah. It's a bit mad when you think about it like that, isn't it? Oh! Wait, how's that even happened? Rip. Rip! Rip! Error bot payment not received. Yeah, you wish. You wish. That means the deaths are scripted. Oh, I mean, it must mean. It must mean that. That would be terrifying, Halsey. And I'll tell you why that would be terrifying. Imagine somebody with like a couple thousand viewers or more raids you. And you're in the metaverse and you're streaming. And then all of a sudden, 20,000 avatars just flood in. Imagine how mad that would be. That would be absolutely mental. You're just streaming away, doing your thing. You can see your people. There's occasionally people coming in and out of the back or whatever. And then all of a sudden you get raided by like some huge streamer. And 20,000 people flood in and you're like, what the fuck? That would be amazing. When will you bring Glue On in your place again? Me and Glue On should be back Wednesday. We should be back in action. Yeah. The Bhutan and the Glue On. Bhutan Glue On. Ding ding. And well, as many of you know, me and Dr. Glue On will be going all the way to the end. Please keep an eye on my pickaxes. Chat, if one of them breaks, shout at me. Biggest raid we ever had was... who'd that been? Would have been... I know the answer to this. Would have been Captain Puffy. With like 9,000 people. That was a big raid. That was a big raid that day. It'd be Captain Puffy followed by Sevidus. That was a bonkers day as well. Puffy's a very different streamer to when you saw it a couple years ago. Well, me and Puffy used to play together on a server called the Build Guild. So I knew Puffy before the whole Dream SMP thing. I mean, yeah, she's always been great. She's always been great. Like, she's really not been streaming long, really. And she's smashing it. How did you get the name Button? How was it not already taken? Well, when I made my Twitch account originally, it was like over 10 years ago. Oh, sorry, it'll be 10 years this year, actually, December. So over 9 years ago, I made my Twitch account. I could have had the name Button right off the bat. I didn't have the name Button right off the bat. Because for some reason, my younger mind just assumed that it was already taken. So I just came up with Button Boy 13. Then when I got partnered as Button Boy 13, I streamed for a little bit under Button Boy 13. And then the conversation, I think, came up in chat. And I'd already knew that by this point, that the account Button had been made, but had been inactive for 3 or 4 years. I hadn't been logged into. So I pulled a few strings at Twitch, which you can only do, I believe, if you're a partner. I pulled a few strings at Twitch. I was like, yo, there's this guy. He's not been on his account in years. I can't remember how we found that out. There used to be a way you could track that. He's not been on his account in forever. I think it was like a last scene website or whatever. Anyway. And I was like, can I have the account and the name? And Twitch were like, yeah, you know, he's not logged into his account in 4 years. It's yours. So, yeah, they deactivated the account and transferred it over to me, and I've been Button ever since. I mean, I don't know how that would work nowadays, because there's a lot more Twitch partners nowadays. But back in my day, when there was only a few thousand of us, and I still know quite a lot of staff members now, but it was much easier to just be like, yo, and they'd be like, yeah, we got you. I don't know how that would work nowadays. Well, then again, Deathridge has changed his name a billion times and still seems to get a response from Twitch and stuff. No, Death was paid when he changed his name. He was paid after he changed his name to vow to never change his name again. Which he agreed to. And he was paid $1,000 to never change his name. Like, what? Hey, chat, I'm considering changing my name. I'll take $1,000 if somebody's got that lying around to never change it. I'll stick to that. I paid $1,000 to not change his brand. Take care, Spazzy. Have a good one, mate. Yeah, it's probably still possible. But as a Twitch partner, you can't. I don't think you use the normal Twitch system for changing names. Because your old account that was yours has to be blacklisted, so it can never ever be made again, for obvious reasons. Oh, sorry. I did think that was a bit blunt, Spaz. I was like, wow. Alright, see you, mate. Why no aim, Robert? Where does no aim come from? Right, Spike? Ain't it? I want a piece of that action. No, these blocks are alright at the minute. They will start despawning, which is why I've stopped. Oh yeah, look, they are. Although none of that was up there anyway, we collected all that. Hey, Erin's had a change of heart, Robert. She was playing Siege the other day, and she started using Frost. She's like, actually, Frost is decent. And I was like, I told you. There's a reason I finish above you every game. Why did I stop doing the build guild? I stopped doing the build guild because everybody else stopped doing the build guild. I was having a great time with it, mate. Some of the builds and projects that we had planned were really cool. And myself, Acoustic, Death, and Scarlet Rose had a fun little rivalry going on that everybody was enjoying. And then I think Scarlet Rose stopped streaming. Or Jessica Rose, sorry. Jessica Rose stopped streaming. And then obviously Acoustic had no one to really build and play with. So she played for a little bit longer. And then she stopped again. And then like the fun of the rivalry and bouncing back and forth between each other was kind of ruined and fell apart. And then, yeah, I just got bored after that. I was like, oh. Like, no one's playing anymore. And then at that point in time, like, I think Dead Pine stopped playing on it. A bunch of other people stopped playing on it. And I was just like, yeah. It's no fun when you're just on your own, is it? No. Like what, Robert? Will I create my own SMP? Probably have the button SMP. But the thing is, you've got to find a group of people who would play on it, consistently play on it, and then to build up like a nice solid group of people that would always be on there. Or there'd always be someone on. But then you've also got to take into account the fact that people like playing vanilla differently to others. Some people like using data packs. Personally, I don't. So if I just did a standard vanilla server with no data packs, nothing like that, I think it'd be hard to find quite a group of people that would want to just play on it as it is. You know what I mean? That's the difficult part. Stats for mine terracotta. 108,000. It's a lot. Hi, Aaron, hi. Hi, Aaron, hi. As you're coming in at this time, you're definitely at work today. Hope work's going well. If you're not doing all 4 days in Summit 68, it's cheaper to buy individual day tickets than it is a weekend ticket. It's also a lot more work. Or you just pay for the BYOC ticket up front. Have access to that area as well. On a break right now, tempted to go get a pair of shoes. Do it. Buy a pair of shoes. Do it. You need more shoes, Eric. Why would you not go and buy more shoes? H2Eco, thank you for the 14 months. Welcome back.
14 months.
Thank you for the 14. Welcome back, mate. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I say do it, Aaron. Why not? Money comes back, right? Money comes back. Against the system. But I know what if you build an SMP, I'm sure you would even play. Build a sub SMP, I'm sure people would play even if it's normal vanilla. Because every time I've done that, I've done a few sub servers in the past. I'd need somebody to manage it. Like, there has to be some sort of a manager there because there's always some sort of a problem between either a couple individuals or the server itself when I'm not playing on it. And this is back when we only had 300-400 subs. So that problem will only be amplified, you know what I mean? So until I have somebody that can manage it properly, it's not really an option. Do you know what I mean? Waiting to watch the world burn. It's alright, I called the pickaxe. Don't worry. Yeah, fucking Afik did that, Robert. He was in it the other day and I was giving him shit about that. Yeah, you can blame Afik. That's the reason you don't have a sub-server. Blame him. Thought it was a great idea to build his house out of garage doors. 256 high garage doors. And then he wondered why it corrupted. Like, oh, I wonder. Can't possibly think why my server completely got obliterated. by you attempting to move 10,000 entities at the same time. Tricky one, that. Most people's Minecraft starts lagging when there's like 200 entities. So it's unsurprising what happens when you try and move 10,000 simultaneously. Who do you prefer for Minecraft streams, John Bounds or me? Well, I guess the bigger question there is, would you rather watch somebody who plays true hardcore like a warrior? Or would you rather watch a big old pansy that runs around cuddling a totem, you know what I mean? That's getting clipped. That's getting clipped. No, John is a very good friend of mine. And he's a fantastic streamer who I've watched for many, many years. Many, many years. I got nothing but love for John. Nothing but love for John. I've known John nearly 10 years now as well. That's kind of mad. That's kind of mad to think about. Yeah, but the totem's all colourful, man, and I like colours. True. I did get my mini-me. I remember back in the days when I was a little annoying spammer. And I know what Robert's going to say. Those days are gone, question mark. But, eventually, John was just like, Button, where are you? Let's get you a mini-me. Let's just get you one. Oh, these really are despawning. And he did. Fun fact. Every single one of John Bam's moderators wanted to ban me. And rightfully so. Like, old me would not have survived in my chat today. But old me didn't understand how Twitch worked. The courteous side of Twitch. Every single one, I think apart from 2 of John's moderators wanted to ban me. And John had quite a few moderators at the time. All of them wanted me gone. And John wouldn't let them because I was always in his chat before the stream even started. Always. Without fail. Every single day, I'd be in John's chat. Ready for his stream. So, been a big supporter of the family for many years right here. Big supporter of the family. And now I'm coming up on 100 months in a row subbed. It's kind of mad. It's kind of bonkers. He has. John is one of the few people that see me grow from being an annoying little shit in a Twitch chat to being an annoying big shit on Twitch. John has seen that. So being a spam... so your boy, man, is being a spam is fine if you show up early. No. It's not fine. Like I said, old Button in John's chat would not have survived my channel. He would have been gone. And rightfully so. No, I wasn't really a backseat gamer. No, I never really backseat gamed. But, like, what I always say to chat is I'm like, look, post your message. If I don't see it, post it again in a minute or two. Right? or a couple of minutes. Post it again. But back when I was like 13, I would send a message, and if it didn't get read within like 10 seconds, I'd send it again. And I don't know, I just didn't understand how the world of Twitch worked. I didn't understand the concept of I wasn't the only one in the chat room. There were other people also trying to talk to John. I just didn't get that concept. And as I say, I tip my hat to John for having the patience to actually put up with me. Because I imagine it was quite painful at times. Right, moral of the story is don't be a fucking annoying piece of shit. Nightwolf. That's the moral of the story. Oh, I'll do it again. Getting shoes? Nice, Aaron. Why not? Treat yourself. Treat yourself. No, like, I do read 99% of the chat. I just miss some stuff sometimes. Like, I can't reply to everything. But I do try. Which is like there's nothing wrong with reposting your message if I've missed it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, rip, Ace. Rip, man. That's why you gotta stick to Kerbal, man. Stick to Kerbal, and then if shit breaks, you just start again. You go back in time, pretend it never happened. Yeah, I mean, I read most of the chat. In fact, that's actually something I pride myself on a little bit. Like, I think I'm pretty good at catching most shit in chat and reading most people's messages. I think I'm pretty good at that. Like, I'm not very good at many things in the streaming world, I know, admittedly. But when it comes to reading chat, I think that's something I've got. I've got that pretty down, I think. Chat's like, I disagree. Ignore everything I say. I was only the other day, Aaron, and that's because I was busy. I was in a conversation that was incredibly important. Oh my god, Fluffy. You repost it twice and get embarrassed? I get that. I get that. Oh, thank you, Zerex. I appreciate it, mate. It means a lot, dude. I do try. It's not always possible to read everything in chat, but I do try. You're kidding? You're definitely not, Eric. You're definitely low-key quite serious about that. And you're still mad the other day that I didn't read any of your messages. And I knew you were low-key serious, because you said to me, you were like, did you even say hello to me earlier? And I was like, oh, I can't remember. And you were like, no, you didn't. In other words, you knew I didn't say hello to you. You just wanted to know if I would tell you if I didn't say hello to you or not. Out of pure... I don't know what the word for it is. You knew I didn't say hello to you. Guess you just wanted to see if I'd lie to you or something. It's an Italian edition of the Dark Room. Nightwolf. If you read the small print, you'll know that. Look here, I respect the chat reading on a neutral perspective. Well, thank you, man. Well, I was in a conversation. I'm sorry. I don't ever ignore anybody. If I wanted to do that, I would just ban you and save myself the hassle of you being in chat anyway. Like, I don't ignore anyone. I just miss shit. Or I read it and I forget to go back to it. Earlier on, Heppy came in and she was asking me something about insomnia. And I meant to say hello and I meant to reply to it. And I just completely forgot to go back to it. So... it just happened. Confirmed you hate me. See, no, that's a bit far. I don't hate you. Hate's a very strong word. I don't hate you. But, if you were on fire and I had water, I'd drink it. She's like, wow, thanks. Thanks. No, Erin, I wouldn't. Calm down. Calm down. Don't get your knickers in a twist. It's alright. On that note, back to work. Okay, bye, Erin. Enjoy your shoes. Thanks, AT Vida. Hell yeah! 72! That's a lot of months, mate. That is a lot of months.
72 poggers.
That is a whopping 6 years of being subbed to the channel. Hell yeah. Thank you very much, my man. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Taking us 2 subs away from 700. Thank you so much, mate. 2 away, boys. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, thank you. Unfortunately, that kind of stuff happens, Kira. It happens a lot when the death thing. Like, John, as far as I know anyway, likes me. Like, we're good friends. Have been for many years. When I lost the world, season 1, I was lurking in his chat. I didn't say anything, but I was lurking in his chat when his stream started that day. Because I knew someone would send in the clip, and I was curious in his reaction. The amount of people for the next few hours that were going, did you see Button's death? Did you see Button's death? Did you see Button's death? Or, did you hear about Button? Did you hear about Button? Like, that shit. After a while, you're like, fuck, this is getting annoying. Like, and some people, you know, just take it to the next level and like, spam that shit. And obviously, I'm not saying you do that, but some people do. And after a while, it can get quite, what's the word for it? Not frustrating, but mentally taxing, you know? And it happens the same here. I mean, I don't really care as much. Like, I have people come in whenever someone does something hardcore and lose. Like, did you see this? Did you see this? Like, and sure, sometimes you're like, yes, I saw it, yes. But generally speaking, I don't really mind too much. But John's chat is bigger than mine. So when you've got pretty much double the people say, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? Like, I mean, I think a ban's a bit harsh, but each channel's run differently, right? Jozzy, 30 months, mate. That's a lot of months, dude. Welcome back. Almost half a stack of months. It's a lot of months. Can't wait to get some lava down this. It's going to melt with the snow. Yeah, I mean, it's the same here, Llama. I get asked the same question, like, what the fuck I'm doing here 1,000 times a day. If I had $1 every time I answered that, I would be a millionaire. But you can't get angry at that as a streamer. Because it's not that person in chat's fault. Right? Like, they weren't here 30 minutes ago. They might have just come in the chat and never seen the stream before. Or not been in the stream in years. So I can't get angry at somebody in chat for asking the same question a bunch of people have asked me. Like, because they weren't here when I answered it. Do you know what I mean? So I just kind of have to take that on the chin as it's a part of my job. And that's it. You know? You can't get mad at people for that. Even though it can get extremely taxing on your brain sometimes. Like, that's kind of a part of my job, is to read the same questions over and over again. Hey, it's nearly done, Molly. It's nearly done. It's gonna be sweet. Let me get rid of this snow. All this snow is gonna settle. Blech. Although there are some standards, if you're a hardcore streamer watcher, projects are pretty standard command. Chat needs to get smarter. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't matter how many commands, doesn't matter how much information you put in the title, you'll still get asked a question. That's why I stopped putting what I was working on in the title. Because people still ask me every day. I was like, do you know what? There's absolutely no point in that being there. And as soon as I removed it, nothing changed with the amount of people that asked me that question. No one reads titles. No one reads commands. And I've just accepted that. Not no one. Most people. That's just part of my job. That's just how it goes. So what are you doing? We're building a volcano at the minute, mate, to put a super smelter in. I don't know if you were asking that sarcastically or genuinely, but I answered it genuinely. Yeah, I mean, 60% of people that watch the stream are watching on mobile anyway. It's probably more than that now. That was a few years ago I checked that stat. It's probably more than that now. Titles on mobile used to be a pain in the ass to read. I don't think they're as bad now, but they used to be really annoying to read. The one that really grinds my gears, though, the one that really grinds my gears is when somebody asks a question, multiple people, whether it be moderators or, you know, people that have been in the chat already, answer it, and then they still repost the question in chat asking me. Like, bro, your question has been answered. Use your eyeballs, alright? And yeah, I think in that case, it's usually a case of they just want to get noticed or have their name read out or something, like, whatever. But I call it out usually most of the time. Mate, use your fucking eyes. People have answered the question. Come on. But I think, like you say, I think it's a recognition thing. Which I don't really understand because, you know, I'm not exactly a big streamer, you know what I mean? Me reading your name's not exactly a big deal. Well, I guess to some people it's kind of punk. I guess I understand the magic of it when I first came onto Twitch and had, you know, a streamer I liked watching read my message or whatever. I was like, oh, he read my message. He read my message. You're not a parrot, you don't have to read out names. True. And I also tell that to people as well. When people come in, they're like, can you say da 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 da? Or, you know, can you read my name? If you had just said hello, I would have read your name. Like, I don't know why people specify, can you read my name? Like, just say hello, and I'll say hello back. It's not a difficult concept to grasp in the world of communication. Generally, if somebody says hello, you say hello back. Do you mind telling me what you think about people reposting the same questions? I don't mind that, generally. If you mean like the same person posting the same question, that gets annoying if I've already answered it. I usually answer it once, I sometimes answer it twice. I just be like, look, I did answer it, but this is the answer. If it's 3 times, then I start getting pissed off, and I'm like, look, mate, open your fucking ear holes. You're pissing me off. I've answered your question 3 fucking times. Zarexa, you're not funny. I want you to know that. Wipe that stupid smirk off your face, because I know you have one right now. You're not funny. And the sad part is, I was going to answer that as well. And then I realized what you were doing. And I was like, no. I'm not answering that. You're not funny. Hey, Lara, how are you? There are bigger streamers out there, but some like a throbbing massive pain and some like a little 1-incher. True. If you're a little 1-incher fan, come right on in. Come right on in. My DMs are open. If you are a supporter of the inch, come right on in. Don't be shy. Surely an inch doesn't need much support. Well, you'd think so. You can usually just hold it up with your little finger. That'll do the job. That'll do the job. Have I got plans today? Well, I'm going to be finishing stream, and then I'm going to go to the gym. And then when I get back at, like, 6-ish. No, I have 0 plans. Zilch. Null. Hi, that's probably not Leash. Hello, Minecraft streamer. Leash wouldn't have said that. Tom would have said that. Hello, Tom. How are you? Lara, we can check out Sea of Thieves if you want. Unless I get a phone call that I gotta be somewhere, then absolutely I'm down. I want to check out that new fort they've just come out with. Then again, zombies sounds pretty fun as well. I installed Cold Wars again specifically for you, so zombies sounds pretty decent as well. I'm easy. I'm easy. I just had a sudden, really big urge for chili heatwave Doritos. Shout out to Chili Heatwave Doritos for being a fantastic flavor of crisps. Chili Heatwave Doritos slap. Yeah, I was trying to look at what the loot was, Tom, and it was like, the loot was like the occasion, like those ghost chests and shit. Like, it was a bit weird. Yeah, I'll let you know, Lo. Just drop Lee. Oh, that's gone off the top of chat. You'll have to repost that, Tom. My chat's fucked. I can't, like, scroll. It, like, I don't know. You'll have to repost it. I need to restart my PC. That's all I gotta do. That's all I gotta do. I'll do it tonight. Yeah, it's time to drop Leash at work and razz the Rocco up the motorway and back. Nice! You took advantage of Leash's petrol. Wow. Poor Leash. She has no idea that you've just absolutely rinsed her car at the motorway. I do that sometimes in my Golf, though, I must admit. Although that's my fuel, so I'm allowed to. I'm a bit guilty of that. Sometimes, you know, driving normally is fine, but I'm like, I got 190 horsepower 2-litre turbocharged under this bonnet. We should have a little bit of fun with that. So I pull out of a junction, pedal to the floor, I just And off you go. It's fucking brilliant. Then you realize your fuel estimated range drops by like 10 miles, and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. That's cost me a $5. I know, Molly, it really is. It really is. Although, big up Boris, dropping fuel prices by a whopping 5p a litre. Yeah, not one, not two, but 5 pence a litre. Even though they've gone up by about 40 pence. Big up the Bobo. Cheers for that, mate. 5p. How very fucking kind of you. Yeah, fuel prices fucking suck dick right now. They are not fun. Issues with the traction control? That's alright. That means you can drift, Tom. Drift a Scirocco. Why not? It's always exciting though when you put your foot down. Especially if you've got a turbocharger and you feel the turbo spool up and then just it just sends you. That's always exciting. That feeling never gets old. How much is fuel where I live? It's about well, last time I saw it was £1.89 a litre. I can't scroll back to see people's... I sometimes do that a lot, actually, when I'm streaming. If I miss messages, I'll go back and I'll scroll up. I can't do that at the moment. So when a message is gone, it's gone for today. Yeah, it's about $1.89 a litre, though. It's fucking... Oh, it's rough. Do it, Lara. I don't think Leash has a turbo, but it sounds like it does. It's technically a turbo whoosh. I mean, you'd know if it had a turbo in it. You'd definitely know if it had a turbo in it. If it's just a standard Scirocco, I doubt it, but it's possible. So Aussie Belly gets me a sub last month. It's just run out. The same night I used my Prime sub on another streamer that night because why waste it, right? It says not available till the 1st of April. Why? Rip. Rip. Brooke, you're just going to have to deal with ads for a couple of days. We are 3 subs away from 700, by the way, chat. So if you are sat on a Prime, you want to help support the stream, we need 3 more to hit 700. That's a lot of subs. Means a lot more London trips. I'm up for it. Just give me a buzz. Feel like we're doing it. And we'll fucking do it. Ah, fine. I do love a London day drinking session. Can't beat it. They're expensive, but they're always a good time. Hey, the travel prices ain't what you got to worry about, Lara. It's the fucking prices of drinks and shit when you get there. You pay £1,000 for a beer. Krunk, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. Taking us back up to 700. My man. Thank you so much, dude. And that gets you a sign in the stadium. We're going to get you in the stadium, Krunk. Again. Yeah, petrol's come down slightly, but it's still rough to even think about. My mistake was I filled up at Tesco last time because it was cheaper and I shouldn't have done it. My miles this time around have been abysmal. Not because of my driving, but I'm telling you, Tesco fuel is shit. I'm telling you. The amount of people that say there's no difference, there absolutely is. And I will pay the extra and go to like Shell or BP. I'll absolutely pay the extra from this moment onwards. Brooke wants a name in the stadium. I got you. Overlook, Brooke. You're in. Was about to say, want to be at Diddley Squat Farm this afternoon, but I realised I'm a good 3 hours away from there. Yeah, Diddley Squat Farm's like not far from me at all. Like I could totally go up there. That'd have been cool, actually, Tom. That'd have been cool as fuck. Although you get to drive the Scirocco for 3 hours. Just saying. Lemon wants to go in the stadium. I got you, mate. Thank you very much. Lemonhead 23. I got you. We'll get you in the stadium, brother. Thank you. We're going to have to do the stadium sign soon. Leash would kill me when you come back and you've put 180 miles on a car. Just say in return, I'll fill your car up with fuel. Just tell her that. I must admit, I just broke 43,000 miles on my Golf. When I got it a year and a half ago, I had 35. I put it up to 43. And as soon as I watched it tick over, and I was like, that's about $1,000 gone from how much the car's worth. Nice. Brilliant. Although I did have a look on Auto Trader, and I could sell my Golf for a $3,000 profit right now than what I paid for it. Which I'm very tempted to do. But then if I buy another car, it's going to cost me more than what that would cost anyway, so. I'm on the fence about it. I'm on the fence. There's positives and there's negatives. Like, yes, I'd be $3,000 up. But then, I mean, technically, if I sold it and got my $3,000 profit, and then bought a car for $3,000 or less, I would have essentially gotten a free car in the past year and a half. And who doesn't want a free car? That's Pog. That's Pog. Granted, it wouldn't be a very nice car, but it would be a car, and that's what matters. Ronnie Pickering came up on your YouTube feed. God love Ronnie Pickering, man. Funny guy. You know who I am? I don't give a fuck who you are, mate. I'm Ronnie Pickering. Now, who's that then? Me. Me. Brooke, thank you for the 11. Woo, baby. 11 months, Brooke. Welcome back. Thank you so much.
I couldn't handle IT.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Welcome back. I appreciate it, as always. It's the yeah me that gets me with the Ronnie Pickering thing. Who's that then? Yeah, me. Yeah, we'll do it. I'm up for it. I haven't seen that, Robert, no. Oh, I want to watch that Ronnie Pickering clip now. Which makes it even better because he's driving like a 2004 Citroen Picasso. Which makes it even better. And the poor woman is just sat in the car, wanting nothing to do with it, pretending she's not there. Get your fucking helmet off, then. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Who's that then? Yeah, me. Funny guy, man. He's actually got a plaque on a wall in Croydon now. He's got a plaque on a wall in Croydon with his name on it. Where the incident happened. Which I think is just genius. I don't know who put it there, but somebody did. Yeah, I think it's on Google Images. Yeah, the temptation to drive to Croydon to get a picture with Ronnie's plaque is very tempting. Oh god, it's 2:20. Shit, when did that happen? Jesus. Jesus. Bub, 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 bub. There's a Croydon in Vic, Australia, and it's a shithole. Exactly the same as the Croydon here, then. This doesn't look like a super smarter. It is a super smarter. This is going to be a giant volcano inside of which we're putting our super smarter. Bye, Robert. Have fun. We'll see you later. You're not long at home from work and you're wide awake. Well, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. By the way, Americans, a little bit of a announcement for you. Britain has gone through DST. So we're now back to normal again. We're back to normal again on times. Don't panic. DST is finished. Or it's been and happened. With a bit of luck, they do a vote at the end of this year and they scrap it. Which should be very nice. Because nobody likes daylight savings times, because daylight saving time sucks. I really need to get rid of DST, they really do. Okie doke. You dislike standard time? No, I'm a BST fan. I like BST. We are actually officially in BST now, which means button standard time is more... what's the word? Button standard time is more convenient and real than ever. Boop. Fuck GMT. We're back to BST. Wait, hang on. Are we on BST or GMT? I actually don't know what we're on. We're on BST. I think it's BST because it's British summertime, right? Oh. Yeah, it is BST. Okay, cool. That's fine. I can live with that. Which is GMT plus 1. Yeah. Yeah, I know West Australia is GMT plus 8. My streaming PC is still set to Western Australian time from when I bought it back. So apparently it's 9:22 over there. It is 9:22 over in Australia. Fucking g'day. Good eye, mate. Fucking g'day, Woods. UTC says Zulu for the win. Oh, fuck you. Although actually, I say fuck UTC. It would make a lot more sense if the entire world just operated on UTC. But it's never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen. Great, the world's not caring that noon means the sun's above them. Yeah, I think that's a load of bollocks. Like, realistically, if we had never bothered with, like, time zone shit, like, people that are in Australia would think that 9 a.m. meant it was always dark. Like, and they wouldn't even question it. Right? Like, their PMs would be in the day and then their AMs would be at night. America won't even accept metric measurements. Imagine trying to get everyone on the same page of time zones. True. To be fair, though, the British aren't much better. Like, we just use both. We do imperial and fucking metric. We do both over here. But because British people are smart and intelligent, well, some of us are, it's very easy to distinguish between the two. And just bounce between the two. How about that? Well, I mean, we are. Like, everybody knows, deep down in their heart, whether they want to admit it or not is another thing, but everybody knows deep down in their heart, the UK is where the real party's at. That's a fact. Like, that's an unarguable fact. And if people question that, they're lying to themselves. And they know deep down they're lying to themselves. Like, yeah, we may not have the greatest weather. Or, in America's case, we won't have the biggest trucks to drive around in. But the UK is where the real party's at. And that's just a fact. Cold, hard fact. You got the best food? Yeah. Definitely. Like, good food in America is like ordering something and getting a lot of it. Like a big fucking burger. No. Good food is food that has been prepared correctly. Portion size is irrelevant. You get a nice, properly presented, perfectly cooked bit of food. Whereas Americans are like, damn man, I had some good fucking I'm trying to think what you call them over there. I had some good fucking steak fries last night. They came out with 7 blocks of cheese on it, man. It was so damn good, brother. I can't do it. Oh, I need a drink after that. I paid $10 for a mighty burger. And, you don't do tons over there, do you? I got a massive kilo portion of fries and a 4-liter Coke for $9, bro. $9. That's some good food, man. To be fair, apparently Texas have amazing food. I've never been to Texas. I'd like to go to Texas. So, I'm sure there are good food places in America. I would love to have a steak from Texas. God damn it, man. Seriously, uninformed. I heard Texas do great steak. I may well be ill-informed, but I've been told that you got good steaks in Texas. By multiple people. What was the place called? I'm trying to think what the place was called that I was told. I was just told that Texas has good steak. Okie doke. Oh, it's the South in general? But I don't know, because I've never had a steak from Texas, but I would like one. I would very much like one. Oops. There we go. The South has the best food. I feel like a rivalry is about to kick off between the Americans. God damn it, man. The South does not have the best food, man. We have 709 In-N-Out restaurants. You only have 12. We are better. Everybody sing it with me. We are better. We are... That's the kind of vibe I get from America. And I'd say it's highly accurate, judging by some of the chants and stuff you sing at your football games. WA does have good steak. I had some great steaks in West Australia. I went to that rock pool place that's at like your casino or whatever. I had a char grilled ribeye. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Jokes on you, I don't have In-N-Out. Apparently In-N-Out's really nice. I'd like to try it. But I imagine really nice is just like... is the equivalent of just meaning extremely bad for you. What's my favorite comfort food? Ooh! My favorite comfort food? Well, I just eat when I'm like depressed. Well, like I eat it and it makes me feel better. Probably Domino's chicken strips. Domino's chicken strips are amazing. Just all of that shit is, in their barbecue sauce. Shit's good. Shit's good. Anyway, chat, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you all very much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for all the support, all the bits. We hit our bit goal for a third day in a row. Pog. All of the tips we've had today. I've had a couple tips. Thank you so much. All the subs. You guys fucking rock. I will see you all tomorrow. If you look at your clock, go back 4 hours, 32 minutes. That's when I'll be live tomorrow. And then we're with Dr. Glue on Wednesday as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're building a super smelter, Dissa. We're building a super smelter, which we will finish the volcano tomorrow, chat. We'll actually finish it tomorrow, which will be sweet. We're going to go side of Pearl. Pearl's a fantastic friend of mine. Love Pearl. She is playing on Hermitcraft today, so we're going to go say hi to her. She is PG, so please bear that in mind. Watch your language when you're over there. Go over there, say hi to her. Damn, doing that American accent, it's fucked my voice. Go over there, say hi to her. She's absolutely wonderful. She's so nice. One of my very, very best friends here on Twitch. And yeah, go check her out, chat. All right, take care. Stay awesome. Stay safe. Spam the channel with hearts on your way out. You're more than welcome to do that. Click join raid at the top of the stream. And until tomorrow, take care, everybody. Peace out, chat. Goodbye, everybody.
Baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?